I am for the moment 98 years old, so my career is far away yet. As far as I remember, I was professor ordinarius at the University of Leuven when I stopped, and that's since 1983 or 82, yeah. And since then I'm pensioned off.
Yeah, thank you very much. You were the first one who made the comprehensive soul map for Africa. Can you tell a little bit more how that went and how you came into that opportunity and how you did that job?
Oh yes, I could tell you lots of things, and it was rather complicated. It started all with the conference of San Francisco, when it was decided that within a few years every country in, that was it, colonial Africa, should be independent and should be capable of governing itself. So we should give them all the means they could dispose of. We should continue to give them all the maps and all the data that were available, and they would be available for everybody, of course. That has to be financed by, well, that was between, that was not decided, but well, after a war like we just did, when money was no question, there was probably money enough to do all these things. So we were also taken in that, and as the source department of Inya Kagambi was really, I would say, leading in that matter, it was decided that in Yongambi there would be a central service of soul, I don't know the title, Service Pédagogique Interafricain. And of course, they should look for a man to look after that, and there was only one available, so I was chosen to do that. And we had no telephone, we had no any communication. We were living in the center of Africa. We had a postal boat passing every fortnight, so we had to start practically from a little bit less than nothing. So what should I do? Well, I had money, I took my bag and I went around and I tried to get personal contacts with the people, and so on, and so on, and so on. And finally we got a certain community of soil scientists covered in 4 regional committees in Africa: East Africa, South Africa, West Africa, and Central Africa. And we met every year approximately. And on one of these meetings, it was, I wouldn't say decided, I suggested it, and it was accepted, that we should try to uniformize the application of the soil science to the areas where we should uniformize the methods in the laboratory, the methods of prospecting, and so on and so on. Matters enough. What we lacked, that was people. So I had all that on my shoulders, and really I feel a little bit too small for that. But they said that somebody must do it. So I do it. And that started all. And we were approximately at I had a heap of data of all kinds, of all kinds of pedology. You have the practical pedology, you have the geographical pedology, you have all kinds of aspects. It's like in medicine. And well, somebody had to take all that together, and I was content to do it, because in fact I was sitting there and got the confidence of all my collaborators, and we had a fairly nice organization in 1940. No, in 1960. So, and that's the moment when, you know, the Congo Republic went up, and that became international politics, and we stood there. All I had, that was paperwork, that was documentation, and at the first date we heard there was a revolution. For instance, all my papers were burned in Jongleba. My complete was destroyed.
My goodness.
Happily, there was a congress in the United States on which I was had been not invited, I invited in fact myself to go there, and I took with me the third approximation written by hand, and the data for the eventual. Well, we had 10 minutes or 14 minutes to introduce it. So I did that, and that was my 3-annual holiday. We did 3 years over there and 6 months home.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there when the Congo, in fact I was in the United States when the Congo exploded. So I was there. And then from that on I have reconstructed the map. I wrote to my friends everywhere, can you please send me the latest documentation? You sent me copies. They very sportively, they all went immediately. I could very well reconstruct the things. There were of course databases that were not so fast, and well, I was very good. And then I had to look for them. And then I had a wife, I have 2 children, and my wife said, nothing, just me. So then I started my European career.
Yeah, as a professor I enjoyed those lectures very much.